Hey everybody, Mighty Man Handyman here, and it's a beautiful day. We're down here in Fruita, Colorado today, and we are with some folks that we've met online here, and we've come down here because they have a really cool story that we want to share with you, and what he's doing with furniture and stuff like this. It's really cool, so I want to introduce them. So we'll go ahead and start. This is Sylvia and Kahali. He's from Hawaii, so he's got a cool Hawaiian name. Yes, yeah. So, all right. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them just share the story really quick here, and then we'll go into more details later here. But
all right.
whoever wants to start, go ahead.
Well, as he said, we're Sylvia and Kahali, and we live here in Fruita. We're semi-retired, and when I say semi-retired, that just means that it's a new way of describing our new normal because Kahali had a stroke 4.5 years ago.
What?
I know.
That's news to him.
He and that's the way he lives. It doesn't stop him, and it never has. And it took us a little while to get back to normal again. The nuts and bolts of his stroke are that on a Sunday afternoon after watching the Bronco game, and it was the Chiefs, and they won a really poor game, you know.
Who won?
It was the Broncos. It was a poorly won game against the Chiefs, and this was after we'd gone to church that day, and we're just resting on a Sunday afternoon. Everybody's at home. We have 5 kids. He got up to water the flowers, so he came outside and started doing his business to water the flowers, and our daughter, who was 12 at the time, went out to help him. Maybe before even 5 minutes, she runs back inside and says, "Mom, there's something wrong with Dad. He's not responding." And so I start running outside, and he was already on his way back in. So he had the wherewithal to get himself to a safe place. Well, time just went fast at that point in time, and I knew what was happening. I could see the signs of stroke. The paramedics were here. They got him to St. Mary's. They tried to administer TPA, which would bust up a clot in his brain, but it wasn't soon enough. They flew him to Denver, and somewhere midair, the stroke completed. It took 2/3 of the left hemisphere of his brain, which has affected his right side. So on his right side, he's paralyzed and no longer has the use of his right arm at all.
But
He still has his right arm.
Yeah.
what?
He still has a sense of humor.
Yeah. And you are mobile. You can walk around a little bit.
Well, he's been able to walk with the use of this brace that we put on him, slap it on every single day.
Yeah.
And without it, he can walk a few steps, but nothing like with it. So modern medicine is wonderful.
Cool.
The other deficit that he has experienced due to the stroke is a loss of language, meaning that he really can't speak a lot.
Come on.
He
What?
can say,
Come on.
he can say a few of the really important words, but this is something that's ongoing that we struggle with. He just doesn't have communication. He has aphasia and apraxia. But all that aside, every single day, I'm his caregiver. And I do what I can for him as far as getting him up and dressed and fed and medicated. Every day I help him with the things that he needs help with. Once he's ready to go every day, this is work. We're just standing outside our house in his
Welcome
workshop.
to his workshop, guys. Back up, you can see it a little more.
He's always been in construction. He was a superintendent to various construction companies throughout the valley before this happened. So he's always had this workshop, but it's definitely grown and improved since the stroke. And this is where he comes to work every day.
I actually like it.
So he, in between projects, he'll reorganize and redo, and he'll get a new tool, and he'll do all kinds of things. He's got this stereo he's had for 20 years. He turns on the radio every day, and he just loves to come out here. And this is where I didn't know he was capable of doing it because he told me all the time he was always going to do it before his stroke. He would tell me that he's going to build me a this or a that or a whatever, and I never saw any of it until after his stroke happened. And now suddenly we're seeing chairs pop up out of the woodworks, and I really mean that, out of the woodworks.
He's got one going right here, it looks like.
He's getting ready to build a new chair. This is going to be his new project.
Yep.
And we can show you several projects that he's completed right outside our yard here.
Right there.
Oh, he's got a drone. Look at that. Oh,
There it
wow,
is.
look at that. That's what he's building, guys. Check that out.
This is a chair
Uh,
that we actually saw posted on your site. We didn't originally
Oh, this
see
chair?
this chair.
Oh, really?
No, actually, a friend of ours, a mutual friend of our Facebook, saw this chair, and she took a picture of it and sent it to us and said, "Can your husband build this chair?" And I said, "Well, I think he can." I showed it to him, and he said, "I can do this."
Cool. Yeah.
And so that's how we came to meet you guys. So.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Social media is a cool thing. So,
Yeah.
so now I guess it's important to say, guys, he sells these things. That's the important thing. So they're all unique one-piecers, you know,
They are.
and he's selling them. So, is it just price? How do you price? Let me ask you that. I guess we should kind of ask just so people know a little bit.
Yeah, it was a hard thing to know how we should price it because at first it was just a way for me to help him pay for the therapy that he's
Yeah.
giving for himself every day, and I was going poor getting wood at Home Depot all the time. So finally, after we had a backstock of chairs in the yard, I said, maybe you could help out with your therapy by selling the chairs and we can get money to build new chairs.
Yeah.
And so when I finally convinced him of that, I didn't know how to price them when someone first approached me to ask if they could purchase one of his chairs. So I took the price of the material and just doubled it.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
So that's kind of where we started. But then when I considered the fact that you got a one-armed man making these chairs, and it takes him a little longer than it might take the average guy.
Come on.
And so then maybe we bumped it up just a little bit after that. So it's about maybe the price of materials times 2.5-ish or something
Okay.
like
Yeah.
that.
So
So I guess the average chair is about $200.
that doesn't even
Ish.
seem that bad actually.
Yeah. And then we sold some benches, a few benches that he's made. He's made I think he's made 2 benches now. And each one of those have gone for about $275, $250, something like that.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, that's the
I haven't
layout right
kept
there,
a very,
Tom.
I
Look at
haven't
that.
kept a very good portfolio. So,
Look at that layout. That is cool.
so he's
I'll see if
already.
others work on pieces, so.
He's been cutting out pieces for this new project. He's already sanded it. Do you want to show people how you sand stuff, Colin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
This is how. It's,
Yeah, you're seeing
Yeah.
the curve.
This is how he explains things.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
me.
I can see it. Yeah. That's neat.
That'll be awesome.
Actually, I like the
yeah.
small, big pattern, you know, because that one I think was just all big pattern. So this looks really good.
Yeah.
That's gonna look
If you
nice.
show him something in a book that you like, he's always gonna do it kind of a little bit different based on his capacity to do things. So
Yeah.
so every
Oh,
piece is
no.
every piece is a little bit unique and
Yeah.
and again one of a kind and based on his vision of it because he can't even tell me what he wants to do. So nobody's more surprised than I am about what pops out of this place.
Sometimes it's easier just to do it than try to explain it.
Yeah, and I get
You know,
that,
I'll just
so-
go do it. Let me just show you. Here's what it looks like. It's done.
Yeah, and let me just
So-
say on the whole side of things where power tools are concerned, I'm not a power tool person. I don't know what's going on in here. I get really nervous. And so for
Oh, really?
me,
Come on.
for me, I had to go from being the caregiver to somebody who really only has certain limitations, and I kind of turned into this helicopter wife or caregiver for a while. And then I realized that, you know, even any one of us could step across the street and get, you know, killed by a car at any given moment in time. So I thought, he's going to make his choices. I know that he's a safety person anyway, and probably the best thing for me to do is just shut the door and go inside and just and
Whoa.
let him do it, whatever it is he's going to do. And I mean, I check on him and we try to be present as much as possible, but this is what gives him the best quality of life. And so
Mhm.
I'm not going to lie, every now and then I tell him if he gets a little too high on the ladder that, hey, you better watch out because they don't let you do this in the home.
Yeah. Hey, you want to show? Do we want to see some pieces?
Yeah,
Let's
let's
go
go.
look at some pieces because I want folks to see what your furniture looks like because that's really cool.
Oh, you want me to go out here? You're the guy.
start pointing them out and take us through a walkthrough, I guess.
All right. Everything you see in this yard is really the product of Kahale and what he's done post-stroke. He started right here with this little modest deck. There was already some railroad ties out here, and he thought, I want to make a walkway in my home. And so that's where he started deciding that he could build things and put things together.
Yeah.
So we walk along and made this bench right here, and this is one of his first pieces too.
That's nice.
So this is one of the first benches that he made, and it's a little bit more rudimentary compared to what he's done since. He tried his hand at pouring concrete to stabilize this bench right here just for our home's sake. And with his one hand, keep in mind, he also built us this rudimentary countertop out of, what do you call them? Those platform things?
Pallets.
Pallets?
He
Oh,
pulled-
yeah.
He pulled apart pallets and made
I can see it actually, yeah. Very cool.
So going along, this is a swing that he built a little more recently, within the past 6 months, I'd say.
Actually, that's really nice.
It started out really nice, and it's weathered a little bit, and it hangs kind of funny, but
It's the tree.
This was his actual very first chair. This was the very first chair that he built. When he finished it, it didn't have an arm because he just ran out of wood. And if you'll look closely, you can see that he was unprepared for the size and scope of some of the nails that he used and screws that he used to make it, because they're sticking out. This is kind of a dangerous chair.
But it's a rocker too.
And it's a
It is.
rocker
It's
too.
amazing.
He actually, that's something that he accomplished really, months after he made the actual chair. He just decided, you know what, I want to try my hand at rocking chairs. So we kind of looked into that a little bit, and we learned that you either have to warp the wood, or you can go the cheaters route and do the
Cut a
half
2x4.
moon.
Yeah. Cut a 2x4.
So we did the cheaters route. We haven't worked our way up to the next level yet. This is just a really cool Adirondack chair that really, it was originally for sale, and he wouldn't let me sell it because he believed that the quality of it isn't good enough for somebody to buy. He's very,
I think it's a nice piece.
he's, what should I say? He takes
Particular?
pride. He's very particular. He
Yeah.
takes pride in his stuff,
Yeah.
his stuff. So you can see that there's a little bit of a spacing there and warping there. He wouldn't let me sell it to anybody because he didn't believe it's good enough for the consumer. So he wouldn't let anybody have it. So it's mine, and I love it. It's really comfortable.
I like
neat.
it too. Here's another rocker.
This is another rocker.
This one's looking really nice here.
Yeah.
A little more recent.
This one's a little more recent, yep, and you can tell that he went from this one to over here. He added some, I don't know what those are, stabilizers.
Racing in, yeah.
And he also later on added the rocking mechanism too.
Yeah.
I keep telling him I don't need all my outdoor chairs to rock, but hey, whatever.
You like
Yeah, he's the
rocking
king
chairs.
of the outdoors, and I'm the queen of the indoors. So.
That's
So,
awesome.
Yeah.
So, I want to show him this one over here.
Sure.
That is, I like that. Did you make this walkway too?
He did. He made the walkways that go all around our little garden areas, and
Oh, that's so cool.
we're not the best gardeners ever, but I usually grow at least some tomatoes, cucumbers, carrots, and whatever
Strawberries.
I can, and strawberries. Yes.
Let's go look at this chair because I love this bench over here too. I'll let y'all catch up also.
Kahali does. Oh, I think Kahali needs you first, second.
Who's that? Who's yelling for? Where do you want it? Right there?
Yeah.
Let me get around here.
He's telling you he'll help you.
That work?
Right there.
Awesome.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna show him this
Yep,
bench you made out here.
Beautiful.
Cause that bench is awesome looking.
Okay.
I really like this bench, guys. Come check
Did he
this
make
out.
you the little swing?
Yes.
So
Yep,
cute.
he sure did. And that was before his stroke, so that's
That's
about
cute.
as good as I got.
This is a nice piece that he made. I like that. That's a pretty
neat.
piece.
Thank you. That's a piece that's for some great friends of ours. We've been friends with them for the last 15 years. I can tell you that it's been 15 years because our almost 15-year-olds, they'll turn 15 this year, met when they were just little babies. And they lived next door to us in an apartment complex, and they now live in Texas. They raised 5 kids. We have 5 kids. We
So
had
they're
a
gonna
lot
come
in
get
common.
this from Texas?
They are. They
Wow.
are
That's
from Texas.
Wow, that's a vacation.
Yeah.
Well, it just goes to show what great friends they are, too.
Yes.
How much we love them.
Well, let's step back over here and
Watch.
oops, sorry. Yeah. Well, I guess the next thing is, how does somebody get a hold of you
Oh,
if they want some custom-made furniture here, outdoor furniture?
well, so if you want to get a hold of us, and this is kind of strange that anybody's asking because I've never been asked that in a public forum before.
Yeah.
But
Guys, this is all new for them. So this Facebook thing and doing the live video and stuff like this. So bear with them, guys, as they work and
doing
grow their
great.
little furniture business here. I'm gonna call it furniture business they're making here.
Soon it'll be a factory.
Yeah. so go ahead. What's the best way you want to gotten a hold of?
if you want to contact my Facebook, I post his pictures and the things that he's done, and you can look through my Facebook's actually public. I'm Sylvia Ramona Brady is my maiden name, and Reese is in there, but I grew up here, and that's kind of how people find me. So Sylvia Ramona Brady, if you look me up on Facebook, you can personal message me, and if you'd like to order a piece, let me know what you have in mind, and I can show it to Kahale, and he can let me know if that's something that he can accomplish or not. So basically, if you order ahead of time,
He says he can do it. No problem. Bring it on. He likes a challenge.
if you order ahead of time and we have nothing to do, he can whip it out in about 3 weeks' time. But if we have other things that we're working on, it might take him a little while. He says he can do it in a week. So hey, I'm not one to hold Superman back here.
Now we can share links. The Facebook page. Can we connect them?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't. Guys, see, I'm
Yeah.
technically challenged. So, but yeah. Awesome.
We want to watch him work for just a minute.
So I just want to say that even in spite of his stroke and the fact that he can't speak, his mental game is very whole and there and well. He's always been a numbers man, and he's always been very precise with everything that he does. So you can see that when he measures and however he does things, he's super precise with his pencil, his markings, his cuts, everything he does. And I have absolutely nothing to do with that. I just want everybody to know that because I'm the other kind of person.
Me too.
Lay it out,
I
see what
manage
happens.
what I call organized chaos. So.
One more.
Now there are certain things that he'll have me help with, but it's never the main kinds of things.
Yeah.
It might be like hold this, or give me some pressure on that, or screw this one screw, some little thing, something a normal, dumb, doesn't know how to do anything.
You're the shop assistant. That's what you are.
That's
the
right.
shop
I'm
assistant.
the shop assistant.
Yes.
We call it the office manager.
That's right. I like it. I like
Yeah.
it.
And then you come out and help hold some stuff up once in a while.
That's right.
Here, hold that in place while I screw it down.
And you should see me try to fit stuff when we go to Home Depot supplies in my minivan. In fact, this is the first time we're using, this is plywood.
Yep.
This is untreated plywood. If you go to Home Depot, you'll see all kinds of plywood, treated, untreated. Well, we decided to get the untreated because it's going to stain and varnish it anyway, so we decided this was the better way to go and cheaper for the pocketbook.
Yeah.
Well, I forgot to realize that this wouldn't fit in my minivan. So the next option was going to be to put it on top.
Oh
well,
my.
luckily, right when we were packing up, I realized that school was getting out, and our daughter drives his old pickup truck. So I called her and I said, honey, I need you to come to the Home Depot. We have some stuff that just won't fit in the minivan.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, you go ahead, Jeff.
I'll get
While
it.
you're here, I'll take advantage of you.
She's taking a break.
But yeah.
Does that have chalk on it?
Ah,
That doesn't have
You
chalk
forgot
on
to
it.
chalk it.
1, 2. Yes.
That's the new one without any
He
chalk
also
on it.
has the same sense of humor and the same emotional connections that he's always had with everybody he knows. We still walk around the mall or to the movies or somewhere, and he still knows people that I've never met before, that I'm always put in the awkward position of having to introduce myself and say, I see you know my husband, and hi, I'm his wife, and it's so nice to meet you.
That looks better.
He's so social.
He's so social. It's ridiculous.
Alright, ready?
One more.
Come on.
Did it do it?
Not really.
Hey.
I'll roll up. Try again. Yeah.
I see a line.
No.
Pull out more.
Yeah.
There
Sort
we
of
go.
a line, huh?
Okay.
Yep.
Work for you? We'll make it happen. Excellent. Time to fill up the old chalk box.
Yes.
Awesome. Alright, guys. We're going to put a link to their Facebook page. So if you got some outside furniture you want made, you can send her Sylvia a picture. And they can see if they can make it for you. So, guys, we're going to get out of here and let him
Let
get
you
to
get to
work
work.
because he's got some furniture to make here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody, have a great day. Have a great weekend here in Fruta. And we'll talk to y'all later. Say bye, everybody.
Aloha.
Aloha. Is that what we say?
That's what we say.
Aloha.
Woo.
All right, have a good one, everybody. Bye.
Bye.